Hi guys, so let's continue with the Ubuntu installation. So first what I will continue is like eject this my USB which is of so I'm just removing the USB. So the next USB what I'm going to use is of Ubuntu, that is for the 20th version, the latest as of today. So now I don't want to do anything with this. I will just continue and we'll boot it. Okay, so let's do one thing right now. I just want to boot it, so restart. Okay, so I go for the restart and okay, and I want to select some of the advanced options if available, so I will press F12. So I'm pressing continuously F12 right now. So yeah, so this is Windows Boot Manager, and this is that Linux USB drive now. So I'm picking up the Linux USB drive, and what I want to do is here is Ubuntu. We can try it. If you just want to see it, you can continue on this option, some safe graphics, maybe some minimal mode kind of thing, and this is that install. So I will just go with the install, which is the third option right now. Here I'm not sure, OEM install. Yeah, so I will go for the OEM install, and this option I will pick it up. So enter, and yeah, let's wait what comes. So now Ubuntu Ubuntu USB is booting, or for installation purpose. Yeah, so yeah, and one thing, during all the time I kept my laptop on charge. Definitely you shouldn't start OS installation without plugging in your charger. So let's wait here. I will pause it for a moment. Let's see when it comes into 90s. Yeah, so let it continue. So now we will install Ubuntu, where we need to now again pick up the partitions first. Okay, so install OEM. I will just go with almost all the defaults. So continue. I don't want to connect to the Wi-Fi right now, so I will just continue. Normal installation, we want all of this, and yeah, because there is no internet. So install third party software. I will say yes right now, then continue, because I don't have the internet right now connected, so no download. So if you recall, when we did the Windows installation, the first partition I picked up as a EFI partition, which was for Ubuntu. Second, third and fourth partition were created by Windows automatically, and the fifth partition was of C drive, where Windows was installed. It's waiting, spinning. So after this, now sixth partition, what I want to create is of a swap partition. So if I want to hibernate my operating system, or say my state of Ubuntu, then I will those files will get stored on the that sixth partition which I am planning to create, swap partition. So on the swap partition, it should be generally like a double the size of your RAM. So I will go for the 32 GB size because my RAM is 16 GB. And I also want to keep it on SSD, that swap partition, so because SSD is faster than hard disk. So sixth one would be this swap partition, and seventh one we will have this ext4 partition, which will be like a C drive of Windows, or say slash, or say root drive of Ubuntu. This is taking a lot of time. Yeah. So this is Ubuntu 20, and I'm making this video right now in July month of 2020. I can pause it, I think. Let's pause it for now. Yeah, so I did not get just that it was just like continue. I was thinking I will get an option to click on it, but after that we came here. So install Ubuntu alongside Windows Boot Manager is like correct, but we want to do again something advanced, right? So we go again for the something else option to get a control of it. So now we will be able to see all those partitions of SSD, first partition EFI, second, third, fourth auto partitions, fifth Windows partition, and we are going to create sixth, which is a swap partition. And I tell you why I will create the sixth partition just after Windows is when we pick up so let's say for an example, tomorrow I want some more space on my SSD for storing my files. So I can probably format that swap partition to NTFS partition and can use along for my Windows, or I can use the same NTFS and share it with Ubuntu and Windows. So now here we are back here. So that SDA is that disk 0. So what we can see is that this is that our first partition, that 1 GB. This is the NTFS second, third partition, fourth partition, and this is the C drive partition. And then after we should have the unallocated space, so which is like unallocated space. So I pick up this partition, okay, and we will change this partition which we created, right? That was the first partition, and we will create it as a EFI partition. So this is the EFI partition, which we will use it for our Linux, or say Ubuntu. And then after out of this partition we are going to create two partitions. So first we will create the swap partition, right? So swap should be of 32 GB. So 32 GB, I'm just counting with 32 into 1024. I don't want to go wrong with that. So 32768. So 32768. So that is my 32 GB partition, and this would be my swap area. Okay, so I pick up the swap area here, and yes, beginning, so don't change that because that is what the sequence what I want right now. So this is the sixth partition what we have created, which is a swap partition on SDA, so 0th disk now, and this one is our ext4 partition. So we select this one, and we go for this, and we go for so it picked up automatically ext4, yes, and you want to decide the mounting point also, so you say this as a slash, say root. Now let me see what option I have for the sixth one and the first one, right? So sixth partition, this one, we can go for the change, so it has nothing, like, okay. And the first partition, this one, EFI partition, we go here, and yeah, it's EFI. Okay, so what we did here, right now we have the complete map, all the partitions here. So when we did the Windows setup, I just reserved that partition, EFI partition. I just created the partition. I did not select the file type, which is EFI, the type of the partition. Second, third, and fourth was created by Windows, and the fifth was this C drive, swap drive, which we created just now, and this is the ext4 partition, which is our root drive. So now if we just go further and just do the install now, so it will give us the summary, like what it is going to do. So here, if you can read, say, so the partition tables of the following devices are changed, right? So partition 1 is that ESP, which is like for booting purpose. Partition 6th, which we selected, right, that is for the swap. And you can see that this number should be the same, right, because we picked up everything on the same hard disk. So SCI2, CSI2, so these are all the same hard disk it is, right? So that way you can tell it like something is not going, if something is selected wrong by mistake, we can confirm it here, and we can go back. If you feel like something you did wrong here, or which is what you don't want to do it, then you can close, you can power off, or you can just cancel and quit from here. So we can do the go back and quit, and we can try it again. Yeah, Windows doesn't give that chance. So when you are selecting, actually it is doing the behind the scene as well, but Ubuntu is giving that chance to us. So I confirm here and I continue here. So time, yeah, New York, no, I'm in Central, so I will pick up Central one. Continue. We can change this later also if you want to. So anything, yeah, so I need to select the password again here. Okay, so this is the OEM. So I do not know right now what is this OEM around, so it is more for the manufacturers of the laptop, but yeah, we can continue right now with this. So now this is going to install files. Yeah, it's copying it. One more thing what I saw right now is Windows is going to take approximately like a 19 GB. It could have taken 19 GB of installation overall. Ubuntu would be like mostly like half of it. So, and Ubuntu, so that doesn't mean exactly that Ubuntu's has everything what Windows has in the half of the code size. But yeah, some of the like packages we can install it later. So creating the users, and we'll wait and we'll watch. So yes, this is that app store kind of thing for Ubuntu, from where you can install all the good softwares. Like for PDF I use Ocular, which is good, and Notepad is like anyhow it will be by default install that gedit. So ideally you should have your computers, all the drivers in this Ubuntu setup. somehow if it's not there, then generally Ubuntu has the open source some of the like generic drivers, so it will install those generic drivers. But Ubuntu 20 has even NVIDIA drivers, so proprietary drivers are also available. It's not using those open source drivers. The grub 2 is more like a bootloader, or no, yeah, it has more with that booting time. So if I want to enable hibernate, I need to change my grub settings and update the grub. Let's wait. So Ubuntu 20 is getting installed. So there are many more settings which we might need to do after Ubuntu. So mounting, it is, if you want to auto mount, there is an option you can do auto mount by checking the disk utility. Then for the GNOME, all the desktop extensions or shell extensions, you can little Google about it, GNOME shell extensions, Chrome, and you can install that Chrome extension and tweak with Ubuntu UI, like docking the sidebar or hiding the top bar or say activity bar. So those all you can try it later. Yeah, and all your path related you must be knowing, or it's like in your bash profile or say dot profile of your home directory. And you can use probably OpenOffice for your office purpose. Yeah, see, it is showing the some of the useful softwares what you might want to install afterwards. So installation is complete. You need to restart, so we will restart it, and now we will see what happens, because there are two operating systems right now. It is suggesting me to remove the installation medium, right? So I will remove the installation medium, which is our USB drive. So I removed it, yeah, and now just enter. So this is it, yeah. So I'm just using the cursor right now. So this Windows, if I pick it up, that will be my Windows operating system. We will test it whether it's working fine or not after Ubuntu, rather than just going for the Ubuntu first. Okay, so we will test it whether Windows is loading or not. So I picked up the Windows option. We can see that our Windows loading perfectly fine. Oh, I did not. Okay, so the password. Okay, so Windows is fine. Now we can go and restart it and see that whether our Ubuntu is working fine or not. So again it will come here, again it will give you the options to pick up OS you want to boot. Oh, so somehow I think I should not have done that, because this is not giving me the option. So I will pick up the F12 and I will go for the advanced options. Yeah, so this is not giving me the option. Why? So I picked up F12. Again Ubuntu, I will continue. So Ubuntu will fix that part, what I understand is. So let's pick up the Ubuntu. So when you try it, probably you can pick up Ubuntu, first rather than testing it, because whatever that setup is pending to handle both the operating system by Ubuntu, that was not finished. So that is the reason when I restarted, I did not see the option of Ubuntu. So Ubuntu is loaded fine right now. So we can see Ubuntu's directories here. So yeah, so this is Ubuntu right now, and we can see all other locations where all other drives are there. So these are my hard disk drive, and this is that C drive. We can see that. So this is that C drive what we where we have Windows installation. Okay, and yeah, we can see the others, like this is the computer which is our root drive slash. So now let's see whether it is working fine and whether it is giving us both the options of both operating systems options. So because it did not give once when I restarted Windows. So let's restart it and wait and watch. So yeah, so somehow I am not getting that option to select the OS, and it is always picking up. I think I should not have done the testing part, because earlier when I tried this I did not face this issue. It always prompted me. So there should be some ways like how to fix that up. Always you want to see which OS you want to probably select, right? So yeah, so I will restart it again now because I want to go in Ubuntu right now. So Windows is working fine right now. I do restart and I will go for the F12 to see my all my options. So which options are there? So I do F12 and I can see it, right? So yeah, actually I found the solution. So this Ubuntu is there, right? So with the up and down arrow we can change, and this options actually you can like change it. You can like change this from the BIOS. Yes, so we will do that. I will pick up Ubuntu now, and because I want to go first in BIOS to check, so I will just go for the F2 or advanced options. I will go see what is there. Okay, not much useful. So firmware settings, UEFI. So let's see what the options I have. I picked up the last option, and booting time, right? So legacy first, UEFI first, and all, right? So yes, see this EFI options first is the Windows. That is the reason it is coming, and Windows doesn't know there is a Linux or Ubuntu is there. So we will change this from here. So you can see that it's Ubuntu is a second option, and here at the right side you can see that F5 is move it down, F6 is move up. So I will move up. So Ubuntu is now first. So if Ubuntu loads first, then I can select the OS. Okay, so F10 for save. Yes, so now I will have that booting time option, like which operating system I want to select. So I can select it. If I don't select anyhow, in 7-6 seconds, few of the seconds, it will pick up Ubuntu. If I want to go for Windows, I can pick up, and third option is for Windows. So this is it. Enjoy your both operating system, and I hope it helps you out to install both Windows and Ubuntu side by side in your laptop, and yeah, explore both operating systems are good. Explore all the good things of both OS. Thank you.